How's it going, guys? Welcome to the next video in the Everton save. This is basically the start of the third season. I'm going to run you through the transfers, and this time I think we've done some real good business. As I said before in the last video, I really didn't intend on bringing too many people in, but as it happens, quite a lot of the times you get people wanting to go, or you get people that you can get rid of to free up money and wages, and you can bring other people in that are more exciting and they're going to benefit your team even more. And one thing I do think affected us last season was quality, when we did get injuries. So hopefully this season I've brought in some quality back up and first team wise. So let's go to the transfers, guys. Go to transfers to it. Okay, I'm going to go through the outs first. I think that's the best way to start it. Okay, first of all, Frederick Sorensen went to Swansea for $5 million. I weren't playing him, he weren't in my first team plans, and he kept on complaining all the time. Got rid of him for $5 million, and we made a profit because we got him on a free transfer, so that's money in the bank. Next of all, Thomas Drage went to Fulham for $5 million. He come to us for, let's have a look at his stats. He come to us for 1.2 million, so we made like a 3.8 million profit on him. Wasn't in the first team plans either, he really is backup, so we made some decent profit. Victor Valdez went to Roma for 3.4 million. All of a sudden, he just come and says he was feeling homesick, and they were like, how will you feel having some leave so you can go and spend some time in Spain? And he says, oh, that won't benefit me, I think it'd be better if I actually leave the club. So I put him up for, on the transfer list, and he ends up going Roma. That really doesn't make too much sense to me. I thought he wanted to go back to Spain. So he accepted a bid from Roma, he accepted the contract, so he's gone Italy. Unfortunately, because I actually wanted him to stay. And next of all, Aidan McGeady went to Burnley for 925,000. Connor McCainley went to Sunderland for 675,000. I'll go through the main free transfers. Actually, there's not that many to actually say. Stephen Pienaar went on a free transfer. He's actually retired, but we brought him in on the coaching staff, and really he's not the best coach or anything like that, but I wanted to keep him at the club because I do think it does benefit the club keeping players on in coaching roles when they've had they've played an important part of a club, or they're respected their club. And Brian Avedo went out on a free transfer, even though I wanted him to stay. He's actually a really good player when I used him, but I didn't use him enough, and his contract running out. Whenever I tried to actually offer him a contract, he rejected it. So he wanted to play football, so good on him. And this is one of the first seasons where I'm really happy with sending players out on loan. I've sent some real decent players out on loan. Moritz Lettner, who I bought last season, went to Hoffenheim. They'll be using him as first team. Joachim Neves went to, I'm not even going to pronounce their name, I don't even know how to pronounce it. He went on loan, so hopefully he can get some decent game time. He's one of our hot prospects at the moment. He's 17. I do think he'll become a decent player. Christopher Ajer went to Sheffield Wednesday. I do think he'll benefit going there. He is 18, and he's turning out to be a good player. And he's turning out to be more of a, an attacking midfielder in the centre of midfield. An advanced playmaker is turning out to be. His passing's already 15, his vision's 16. But if you look at him, he's 6'5", nearly 14 stone. I think if we do in the future, we could have him as potentially, I mean this sounds a bit crazy, we could use him as a ball-winning midfielder at times as well as an advanced playmaker, because if we improve his tackling and his strength and his marking as well, he will be just an insane midfielder. Berisha went to Udinese on loan, which will be good. He's a good player, this guy. He's a very good player when he played for us last season. He scored 5 goals from 10 appearances in the league, and he scored like 2 in Europe. So he's a good player, and he will be playing for us next season, I do believe. So that's about it for the outs anyway, guys. I'm really happy with what we did there. And let's go to the transfers in. First of all is Stephen Coker. I wanted a really good central defender, and I think I've got that with this guy. I'm a big fan of him in real life. I've been watching him since his Tottenham days, even though he didn't play for Tottenham at all, I don't believe. I don't think he even played for him. Yeah, he did, in fact. He played 18 games for him one season. I remember him back then and him being touted as a really good defender. And when I watched him for Cardiff in their season in the Premier League, I do believe he was a really good player, especially at scoring goals as well. Like, he was really dangerous in the penalty area during the corners, and I'm really happy I brought him in. There were other defenders that I was going to get, but teams wanted a lot of money for what they want, and they weren't offering too much. And I think Stephen Cook, at the age of 24, he's a big lad. He's a good defender. He's got good marking, tackling, stamina, strength. He's got it all, and I think he will improve as time goes on. Next of all is basically the replacement for Victor Valdez, Matthew Ryan for 8 million. He's quite, I don't know if he's well known on Football Manager to the people that watch my videos, but I do know in certain groups, forums, websites that I've gone on, people have spoke about him before, and so far so good. He's played well for me. He's only 24, which is basically like the age of 16 in goalkeeper years. And he's going to get better and better, put it that way, and he's going to be playing a lot of games for us as well. Next of all is Sergio Roberto from Barcelona for 2.8 million. I couldn't refuse this guy. 2.8 million, he's 24. Just look at his stats already, guys. I don't really need to say too much about this. This guy is going to be quality, and so far so good. He's already got an average rating of 7.55, so I'm really happy with this guy. Marcel Schmelzer is basically backup for Leighton Baines, and he'll be playing in first team. He ain't got the best report from the scouts, but I do really like this guy. I've seen him play for Dortmund in the past, and he's a really good player, like a very good player, underrated. And next of all is Fabio Borini from AC Milan. Fabio Borini, I think, is one of those players where he hasn't done the business in real life, but he's a really good Football Manager player. And I do believe Borini will get better as time goes on in real life as well. Seen him for like 2 million, and you just can't go wrong there. I'm using him as an attacking midfielder on the left hand side though. I'm training him as an inside forward, and he's already got 2 goals for us. So he's doing well. He's got a good work rate, which I always love. Really good finishing, decent acceleration, his crossing's getting there, still only 25, so he will improve as well, and I think I've got a bargain there. Next of all is Anders Lindegaard from Manchester, well, basically a free transfer, but technically from Manchester United. I like to have 3 goalkeepers that I do believe will play well for us, and I've got that now. He's only asking 8,500, so you can't go wrong there. And next of all is Thorgan Hazard, and guys, this guy is really, really good. Seen him on a free transfer. He's recently left Chelsea, in fact. He's gone to, God, who's he gone to? Anyway, he's gone to a German team I was playing for already on loan. And I think we've got a buyback clause on Thorgan Hazard, obviously Eden Hazard's brother. Got him on a free transfer here, and he's played really good so far for us. Scored a really awesome free kick in pre-season. He even scored an hat-trick for us in pre-season as well, if I remember correctly. So I'm really happy with that. And he's 23. I think his value will go up. So if worst comes to worst, I think we'll be able to make a huge profit on him. But I don't intend on selling him or getting rid of him at all. So please let me know what you think of the transfers I've done, the ins and the outs. Let me know if you think I've made some good signings there. And I'm going to go through the schedule. As you can see, pre-season we had a game against AFC Liverpool. We won them 9-0, nothing too fancy. Then we lost against Club Brugge 2-1, really unfortunate there. And then we won rest of our pre-season games, beating Eibar 3-1. Hercules, I don't even know if you say it like that, 2-0. We beat Midtjylland 4-0. And then we beat Lokeren 8-0. and that's when Thorgan Hazard actually scored the hat-trick. So we had a decent pre-season, scoring a lot of goals, and then we kicked off our season beating Southampton again 2-0. We've got a good record against them on this game. Barini scoring his first goal for us and Fellaini with the other. And then we beat Newcastle United 3-1. Morales, Hazard, Leighton Baines with the goals there. And then we lost 3-5 against Manchester United. We should have won that game in my opinion. We actually played a lot better than Manchester United. But they've got a guy there called Lucas Romero, and he was like a samurai sword through butter. He's a really good player, and I do recommend this guy big time. He is a good player, very good. And then in our last game we beat Tottenham, a team that we've struggled against in the past. Lukaku scoring 2 goals and Barini with the other. So as I said earlier, Barini has made a good start to his career at our club. So today's game is against Monaco, and this is a cool game in Europa League. Really confident going into this game. They've got a decent team. So let's go to the match. Here's the lineup I will be using. I will be moving things around a little bit in the next coming games because we've got Stoke next, and then we've got a game in the Capital One Cup. So I will be using other players, but this is basically the same lineup as last time. Okay, so it's Leighton Baines. Yeah, Leighton Baines is suspended. So let's go to the game, guys. But so far so good this season. I'm really happy with the start that we've made. Today's game against Monaco, I'm really interested to see how we will do. I'll show you the opposition's lineup anyway. Monaco's lineup. Ben Arthur's playing for them, which is kind of crazy. Falcao. They've got a decent team of Monaco. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with his suggestions there, so I'll go with that. The absence of Leighton Baines is sure to be felt. How hard will it be without his services? Okay, no comment. To be honest, I think we should be favourites really, but you know, Monaco actually beat Arsenal this week in the Champions League, which I weren't expecting. I was thinking Arsenal were going to beat them pretty easily, to be honest with you. Okay, so we kick off. Lukaku on the ball. Fellaini to Roberto. Okay, gets it away. Roberto again picks it up. Oh, Arsenal are actually in the Europa League on this one. Valencia, Inter, so there's some decent teams. Don't forget, there'll be the teams getting knocked out of the Champions League as well coming in. We've got a really tasty group as well with Valencia, Monaco, Tel Aviv. We should be beating Tel Aviv anyway, but Monaco and Valencia are tough games. Ivanovic to Stones, Roberto, Hazard, Morales, Lukaku. Whoa, what's he doing there? But that actually come off the defender anyway. Hazard with the corner. So Ben Arthur picks it up. I remember Ben Arthur being a really good player on Football Manager. Yeah, and another thing I want to speak about is it's been really hard to keep hold of certain players during the transfer window. A lot of players were wanting to move. Morales wanted to move. Lukaku. Like Roberto. Hazard, Lukaku. So they clear it away there. Okay, Hazard now on the ball. Hazard's actually keeping Barkley out of the team at the moment with his good performances. Yeah, Barkley wanted to leave as well as Stones. So there's about 4 of our top players wanting to leave. Okay, Morales with a corner. Kulka couldn't get onto there, who was dangerous in the penalty area. Okay, so far we're doing pretty well. We are playing at Monaco Stadium, don't forget. Okay, free kick at the wall. Okay, Ivanovic intercepts. He's played really good since coming to us. Stones to Fellaini. Nice ball to Barini. Barini gives it away though. Schmelzer there. Hit and hoped it there, he did. Stones gets it away, come on. So it's a bit of a ping-pong game at the moment here. And a really good goal there by Monaco to make it 1-0. Commentator just said Hazard's error led to the goal. Okay, Colker. Oh, lovely ball there over the top towards Lukaku, but he couldn't pounce. Roberto to Hazard. Morales scores. He never misses them. Was it offside by? I don't think it were. No, it weren't. 1-1. I don't know if you can hear a bird outside. There's always a bird in the morning that's near a tree, and it's always like, sort of singing to itself. Overview. Okay, so okay, Barini's not having the best game in the world, but he has played good recently. He normally plays better in the second half. I'm going to take off Lukaku for Wagner Love. Lukaku's not had the best start to the season. He's been a bit lazy. I'll use Wagner as a poacher. I want them to keep going, and I do think we can win it, so I don't know why they'd be disappointed with that. Colker. Right, Roberto. This is it. Nice, I like how he comes forward. Ooh, I thought that was going to go in there. He's a dangerous player, him. When he gets the ball, you do think something's going to happen. It's just one of those players. Right, they've got a corner, and it's 2-1 to Monaco. So this, if we do lose here, okay, I'm going to go attacking because that's what we've been working at training. Much higher tempo. Been working on the attacking a lot because towards the end of last season, you know, when we did go attacking, even though we were vulnerable to, oh my god, Stones with the own goal, basically, that is frustrating that. But I do know this team will bounce back from this. Confident against Tel Aviv, I think we can pick up 6 points against them. I think we can do against Valencia. I do think we can play a lot better against Monaco at home. But there's still time on the clock. Right, Hazard. See, Hazard's not had a good game today. He's given the ball away quite a few times. Smeltzer there, just literally passed it to defender. To player. And that's 4-1 to Monaco. Not good play at all, that. Compared to what we were doing against Tottenham anyway. Right, Hazard. It's full time. Really disappointing defeat there. We just made a lot of mistakes. I don't know if you've seen it like that, if you're watching still. But we made a lot of mistakes there. It was just one of those games. Sometimes you just have those games on Football Manager. I think we're getting to Tel Aviv next in Europa League. I want to do good in Europe. Very unhappy with that. So let's see when we'll be having the next game. We played a lot. We played really bad in second half. Valencia would be a good game, but I don't really want to do 2 games in a row in Europe. I think it'll either be against Valencia or maybe Liverpool. So we'll see. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate a comment if you enjoyed it. And take care.